Customers are the reason you're in business to some degree. They're also can be also part of the biggest pain in the backside for being in business, truthfully. So, but you need to do this. Customer complaints, very important resource as well. The first thing I'd say is that if you can prevent a customer from complaining, you should. Deliver a better service. If the customer doesn't complain, you're not going to have this problem. Not everything goes perfectly, so let's consider when you do get that customer complaint. Like I mentioned the term resource before. Use them as a resource. Understand. Have a system that handles. Turn their complaint somehow into data. After you've got the complaint, understand what caused it. Were you at fault? You may have been at fault. A lot of issues here can be overcome with communications. There's nothing more frustrating than contacting a business and having to retell your story at the same time to 3 different people. The thing about customer complaints is you need to deal with them. You need to be able to deal with them and deal with them efficiently at the same time. So when they come in, you need to be able to understand how you can get that customer happy, not annoyed, faster. Some customers, mind you, will never be happy. But when you get the customer complaints coming in, that's valuable feedback. Understand how to get that into your business, digest it in, and turn it into data to start making decisions on. Once again, if you're at fault, then you probably should take a good hard look and understand how you can fix that. The good thing about a happy customer is they'll tell 5 people how good your business is. The thing about an unhappy customer is they'll tell 20 people how bad your business is. So this is why handling customer complaints is very, very important. You need to sort of make that almost routine. Once again, it'll depend on the sort of business that you're in. I've come from servicing tens of thousands of customers, and so we had to have efficient processes and procedures in place and systems. So that's a little bit different. But where you can get it in and you can treat every complaint in a data sense the same way. So you can start building a library of information. You can start building a data source that helps you control that. You might have, depending on your business, you might start seeing a trend as to what's causing the problems. Fix the problem. You don't want the complaint. Whilst feedback's great, you prefer not to get it. So take complaints very seriously. And your first few complaints, they hurt a bit, they sting a bit. I usually find that the more you're wrong, the more it stings. So if it stings, it's probably telling you something. Maybe you should fix something about what's going on. You will find the occasional person out there who's never happy though. So, just be aware that you can't make everybody happy, but you should be at least listening. A really good way to handle complaints is, in the modern online world, is using some sort of trouble ticketing software, CRM software. Being able to sort of, if you have multiple staff members, be able to work on a problem. This is key, that if a customer will have more than one touch point in your organization, if they can quote back some sort of job number or some sort of detail, and where every staff member inside your organization records what they did, what they expect the customer to do, what's going to happen next. So when that customer rings up or contacts you, the person can say, "Oh, hello, so-and-so. Yeah, I noticed that Jim last time told you to do this. How did that work out?" That's a better conversation than saying, "Why don't you tell me what's going on?" Nobody wants that. Get good systems in place to deliver good customer service, and most of the problem customers in that case will turn into advocates when you solve their problem. That's when you know you've got it really right. You can turn them around and they start selling on your behalf because you dealt with them so well.